Today, I would like to make something clear on why the Presidium started, on why we started to protest. It is not because of what happened in Grigarish, and it will not be what happened in Grigarish alone. We were influenced. I was influenced by the situation, by the ill treatment that I have been subjected to while in the Libyan territories, by how we were made to feel like we are subhumans in Libya, like we were subhumans trying to reach the European shores. Somebody had to take a step to start this movement, and I did it. I spent 100 days in the street together with people, and I made 100 David. I made 100 courageous souls that are ready to fight in the coming future. I know that today the militias, they are trying to look for me, trying to silence me after violently dispersing the protest. But this will not happen. More David have been born. More young David have been born to the street to read the movement. Nobody is safe. We are not safe until everyone is safe. Prisons have not closed in the Libyan territories. Detention centers, ill treatments towards migrants have not stopped. But I'm here to assure you that it will stop. Even if they raise their hands on me today, while I'm still in Libya, they will not silence the movement. Young souls are already there, influenced enough, courageous enough to take the move, to take the risk, to bring about a new change, a new dimension, that Libya, the citizens, the global society can change their attitudes towards black people, towards asylum seekers, towards refugees who are trying to reach the European shores. And asylum seekers, refugees, individuals, people from Sub-Sahara who are coming to Libya to work and have a better life for their families. We were forced by circumstances beyond our control. We were forced to leave our country. We didn't choose this way to arrive in Libya, but due to civil wars, climate change, poverty, we made our way here. The restrictions of the people in the Western Hemisphere hindering people from reaching the rich countries, choosing who to travel, where to. Even if you have documents today, passports, how to acquire them. The embassies in our country have huge negative impact towards us. The restrictions of who you are, what is your background, why, and choosing which countries that you should travel to. This has to stop. We need a humankind. We need human actions, human solidarity as a human race. We have been taught to hate ourselves as black people. We have been taught that we are nothing in this world. Well, in reality, we are the same. We have the same equality. We have the same senses. We have the same capability to think, to develop and nourish ourselves, to become entrepreneurs, to become doctors, to become great individuals, to become leaders. But in the West today, the European Union, the Italian authorities are doing whatever it takes to make sure that we are trapped in this Libyan black hole. Their shadow is tormenting us. We are bleeding. Their rules, the law of migration in Europe is making us bleed. People losing their lives in the Mediterranean. Why not offer us safer passages from our countries where we have trouble living, where we want to travel to? Give us the chance to travel legally to these countries, to educate ourselves and have the education that you are entitled to, and to have the equality that you as the white people, other people from Arab, from Middle East are entitled to have the chance to nourish and explore ourselves and end the plight of these people in the street. Women, children, vulnerable, most sick and elderly are now kept behind bars in Libyan detention centers. Where is the law? Where is humanity? Where is the European Union, who has complicity in this whole situation? The dilemma, the dimension have to change. We have to draw a new roadmap. I am here today to tell you that whoever is looking for me, whoever is searching for David, to kill him, to silence him, to do whatever, I am not afraid of you. I am afraid for the day that humanity is no more. I am afraid for the day that we will be looking for humans, but there will be no more. We need to embrace ourselves. I'm afraid for people kept behind bars, not to be given their rights. We were in the street, we spent 100 days calling only for protections, for evacuations to lands of safety, since Libya no longer needs us. But we have been kept still as the hidden workforce in the country, under the interest of the European Union, under the interest of the West. African countries have been destabilized in my country. I have dreams. I started wandering up and down when I was only 13 years old. Half of my life, half of my age, I have spent it in the street, living in very precarious situations, with plights, living in perpetual fears, hating myself for who I am, but not anymore. I am here today loving myself, telling whoever outside they are hating themselves for who they are, for the condition, for the situation that they see themselves in, to be proud of themselves and to stand up, to speak up, to open up to the world, to reach the global public, to educate them that we are humans, we still have the strength, we still have the capability, we still have the mentality to read and to speak and to change the dimension. I mean, how humanity in Africa is being described. We will not be silenced. The movement of refugees in Libya is now a global subject. We look there to Belarus. We look to Poland, what is going on there? The hindrance of migrants by barbed wires. The English Channel in Britain, in the UK, the United Kingdom has to revise its law of migration. People doesn't have to die 2 times. One in the Mediterranean, trying to reach the European shores, and even after reaching the European shores, there are no safe passages for people to access the United Kingdom. They die the second time in the English Channel. This has to be revised. Perpetrators of human rights violations, crimes against humanity in Libya, and even the authorities in Europe has to be brought to be held accountable before the law. If the law is there, then we must abide in. Unlike for refugees who are forced to leave their homes, who are forced to leave their homelands, who become stateless, and still this one doesn't make sense to the European Union, to the EU policymakers. Just neglect, pretext that we are illegal, but still we are humans. We need to feel humans. We need to live humans. We need to live humanly. This is what we are asking for. We are not asking for more than that. We need to be given the space to work for ourselves. We have hands. We are not mentally disabled. We are not disabled. We can. Give us the space to work for ourselves freely and not to ask people for crowdfunding, for whatever. We have the capability, we have the strength to work and get paid, but this is not happening. This has to stop. I'm here, I'm Yambio, David Oliver, a South Sudanese who is trying to reach the call of the world to change the narratives of refugees, of asylum seekers within the country and in other countries, and even within Europe. And thank you so much.